Picture this, a cold, echoing courtroom packed with stern faces, the air thick with judgment. A towering judge, his voice dripping with scorn, leans forward and spits. "You're nothing but a troublemaker from the hood. Look me in the eye while I sentence you." The gavel slams like a door shutting on hope, and the mostly white audience snickers, their laughter cutting deep. But the 18-year-old black girl standing there, frozen yet unbowed, clutches a small notebook in her shaking hands, a notebook packed with secrets that could topple the judge's throne of power in mere moments. What hidden truth could turn this moment of humiliation into a triumph that shakes the entire justice system? Tell me in the comments, what's the most unfair thing you've seen in a courtroom? If this setup already has your pulse racing, hit that like button now and subscribe to HeroHush Stories for more gripping tales of everyday heroes fighting back against the odds. Let's dive in. What happens next will leave you inspired. The first light of dawn creeps over the cracked sidewalks of East Side Heights, a neighborhood where row houses lean together like old friends sharing secrets, and streetlights flicker unreliably through the night. 18-year-old Maya Thompson steps out of her family's modest apartment, the air crisp with the promise of a new day but heavy with the weight of what's ahead. She smooths her simple green top, bought secondhand but pressed with care, knowing it has to stand up to scrutiny in a place where appearances can make or break you. Beside her, her father, Marcus, adjusts his janitor's uniform, the fabric worn from years of early shifts and late nights, his calloused hands a testament to the endless hustle just to keep the lights on. In their world, missing work means missing meals, but today, court demands their presence. No private lawyer in sight, just the system they hope will be fair. "Head up, words clear, eyes locked," Marcus whispers, his voice a low rumble honed from navigating a life where being black often means starting from behind. He's seen too many friends chewed up by the courts, their dreams deferred or destroyed, and he won't let that happen to his daughter. Maya nods, her fingers wrapping tighter around her battered notebook, its pages filled with scribbled observations from weeks of quiet vigilance. This isn't just any notebook, it's her armor, born from late-night sessions under a single bulb, where she turned a school project on justice into a personal mission. Growing up in the hood, Maya learned early that fairness isn't handed out evenly. Her mom's passing from illness when she was 10 left a hole filled by books and determination, pushing her to a 4.0 GPA despite the odds. But today, that drive lands her in court for a trespassing charge she knows is bogus. What if this notebook holds the key to proving not just her innocence, but a deeper rot? They enter the courthouse, the grand building looming like a fortress, its marble halls echoing with the shuffle of feet and murmured pleas. Their assigned public defender, Mr. Ellis, spots them in the crowded hallway, his tie askew and briefcase overflowing with the weight of too many cases. He fumbles through papers until he finds Maya's file. "Thompson, right? The hotel thing." His eyes barely meet hers, a sign of the overload that leaves little room for personal touch. "Judge Harlan's room today. Best take the plea, first offense sort of, counting that park stay. Community hours over detention." Maya opens her mouth. "But I wasn't trespassing," Ellis cuts in sharp. "Harlan doesn't go easy on kids from your area. Fight it, and it gets worse." His words hang, a reminder of the invisible lines dividing justice. Meanwhile, across town in the leafy suburb of Westridge, Judge Robert Harlan stands before his bathroom mirror in a spacious mansion, knotting his silk tie with practiced precision. His wife sets his coffee on the counter, black and hot, just as he likes. At 65, Harlan's silver hair and sharp features project authority, but his eyes hold a colder edge shaped by years on the bench where he's built a reputation for tough love, code for harsh rulings on those he sees as outsiders. "Juvenile docket again," he mutters, checking his gold watch, a gift from influential friends. "These kids think they can run wild." He dials his old pal, Charles Whitaker, owner of the Grand Plaza Hotel. "Charlie, that trespasser at your place. I'll make sure she learns her lesson. Can't have folks from the wrong side thinking they belong." Whitaker chuckles. "Appreciate it, Bob. Standards matter." Back at the courthouse, Maya settles into the wooden benches, her notebook open as she observes the morning's cases, her pen ready to capture patterns she's been tracking. This isn't her first time here, not as a defendant, but as an observer for her civics class project on equal justice. What started as extra credit has become an obsession, revealing cracks in the system that hit close to home. A white teen up for shoplifting gets a gentle warning and minimal service, the judge's tone almost paternal. Next, a white kid with vandalism charges sees his fine slashed after his dad, a local businessman, shares a few words with Harlan. The room nods approvingly. Then, a black teen faces loitering. Harlan's face hardens, his voice turns biting, dishing out max service and a steep fine that could cripple a family. Maya's hand moves faster, noting the shift in demeanor, the longer scrutiny, the quicker gavel. Each entry builds her case, but will anyone listen? The bailiff's voice booms. Thompson, Maya. A woman in the back row, sharp-eyed and notebook in hand, leans forward, her focus locked on the judge. What's her role in this unfolding drama? Maya approaches the defendant's table, her steps deliberate, echoing softly on the polished floor. The courtroom air feels thicker, charged with anticipation. Judge Harlan glances up from his papers, his mouth twisting into a dismissive frown that speaks volumes before he even opens it. Another trespassing incident. He sighs theatrically, his voice carrying to the gallery like a performance. Seems like an outbreak of you thinking boundaries don't apply. Mr. Ellis clears his throat, standing uneasily. Your Honor, my client is essentially a first-timer. We're open to a fair resolution. Harlan taps a folder sharply. Second offense, I see the park violation. Maya speaks quietly but firmly. I was studying, Your Honor. Our power was out, and the park benches have lights. Harlan's eyebrows arch. Did I invite commentary? Mr. Ellis, rein in your client. The prosecutor stands, adjusting his tie with a flourish. Your Honor, the defendant was found in a secured section of the Grand Plaza Hotel, close to executive suites with sensitive materials. Footage shows no valid purpose. Harlan leans in, his gaze piercing Maya. Your defense? I was there for a program. She starts. A program? Harlan scoffs, his laugh low and mocking. Luxury hotels don't host programs for. He trails off, but the implication lands like a slap, the air heavy with unspoken bias. Ellis interjects feebly. Perhaps a standard fine and service? Harlan's eyes sweep Maya's modest attire. This court protects upscale venues. Trespassing leads to theft. She's shown a habit of straying. Marcus shifts in his seat, his knuckles whitening as he grips the bench, a court officer inching closer in silent warning. All the while, Maya writes, her pen steady, documenting the exchange. Harlan notices, his voice sharpening. What's that scribbling? Just notes, Your Honor. Hand it over, this is court, not class. Maya hesitates, then complies. The bailiff passes it. Harlan flips pages, his smug expression faltering at the precise records of his own courtroom trends, dates, direct quotes, calculated stats on disparities. His face hardens, but he composes quickly, snapping it shut and flinging it back. Amateur sleuth, are you? Notes won't alter facts. He leans back, fingers tented. Standard measures won't suffice. This attitude needs correction. Ellis begins to protest. Harlan silences him. Stand, Miss Thompson. Center floor. Maya rises, uncertainty flickering, but she steps out, isolated under the high ceiling. The gallery watches, breath held. Explain to all why you believed you fit in a 5-star hotel. I was invited, speak up. Harlan barks. Maya swallows. Invited for a program. He draws it out mockingly. And the inviter? The Urban Excellence Scholarship. Harlan bursts into laughter. Scholarships don't convene in hotels, they're for schools. He turns to the audience. Inventive, I'll admit. Whispers spread. Maya stands rigid, hiding the burn of shame. Turn around, display your court fashion. She pauses. Not optional, he snaps. She rotates slowly, her outfit clean but plain. Ellis objects. Irregular, Your Honor. Question me, and it's contempt. Ellis backs down. Harlan dials Whitaker on speaker. Any educational event Tuesday? None, Your Honor. Business only. The back row woman records furiously, joined by 2 suited figures whispering. Maya holds firm, a tear threatening but blinked away. Still sticking to your story? Yes. Harlan sighs. Her phone vibrates. Stay strong. Justice en route. Recess declared abruptly. Why the rush? In the restroom, Maya locks a stall, letting silent tears flow, gripping the sink until her knuckles ache. She splashes water, masking the evidence, when the door opens. A poised black woman in her 40s enters, suit impeccable. Maya Thompson? Maya tenses. Yes. Dr. Elena Carter, Urban Excellence Scholarship Director. She offers a card. Our hotel meeting was interrupted. Recognition dawns. But the owner, he doesn't oversee bookings. Corporate does, quarterly for outreach. Carter leans in. Sorry for delaying intervention. Missed interview led us here. Your notes on Harlan? They match other reports from kids like you. The words spark hope, but doubt lingers. Can this turn the tide? In his chambers, Harlan loosens his tie, answering a private call. Bob, Senator Grayson. Heads up, judicial reviews soon, diversity talk buzzing. Harlan chuckles. PC nonsense. 20 years here unchallenged. Be cautious. Dealing with one now, setting an example. Back in the bathroom, Carter dials swiftly. Hotel corporate, confirming reservation. State Ethics Board. It's happening live. Law firm. Pro bono needed now. To Maya. Months building against Harlan. Your stats are the missing piece. The door opens. Marcus enters worriedly. You okay? Carter explains. She's legitimate at the hotel, for scholarship. Harlan's pattern is documented discrimination. Marcus's face hardens to resolve. Plan? Compose yourselves. Truth drops timed. Maya spots the colleague's badge. Governor's ethics, tablet tapping, everything recorded. But will it save her before sentence? Court resumes, gavel cracking. Harlan scowled deeper. Penalty, public apology in paper, 200 hours service, at the hotel, toilets and all. Shock ripples. Ellis protests excess. Harlan retorts. Appropriate for attitude. Then, objection! A tall lawyer strides forward. Victor Hayes, Hayes and Associates. Assuming defense. Harlan reddens. Mid-sentence? Filed timely. Hayes presses. Dismiss, no evidence. Denied. Why harsher than today's similar cases? Harlan grips wood. Each unique. Hayes produces data. 6 months records show racial anomalies in sentencing. Accusing impropriety? Entering facts. Observers grow. Hayes threatens contempt record. Explain no verification of her presence. Harlan falters. Silence builds. What's next? Hayes submits corporate booking, invitation email. Prosecutor admits lack of probe. Whitaker on phone admits corporate oversight. Officials enter, badges flashing. Harlan tugs collar, control slipping. Advise later. Hayes. Humiliation avoidable with one call. Harlan blames Maya. Clearer explanation needed. Hayes. Transcripts prove interruptions. Mood shifts, spectators murmuring truth. Harlan impatient. Time wasted. Hayes. Minority cases take 43 minutes average versus 17 for white. Why? Harlan explodes, gavel thundering. Contempt. Hayes steady. Stats public. Clear room. No movement. Bailiff hesitates. Hayes calls Carter. Sworn, she details. Program for underrepresented talent. Maya's excellence. 4.0, work, volunteering, despite challenges. Harlan interrupts. Hayes counters. Negates charge. Carter. Hotel choice values them like executives. Prosecutor seeks delay. Harlan fixates on notes. Surrender that. Protected. Harlan slips. What's she saying about my court? Fear exposed. Maya meets his gaze. I'll explain, if prepared. Tension peaks. Will she dismantle him? Maya rises, voice clear, notebook revealed. 7 months documenting misconduct for Equal Justice Project. Charts, entries shown. Patterns emerged. Colored defendants harsher, 78% higher white dismissals. Harlan interrupts. Hayes halts. 137 cases, 42 here. Systemic gaps. Page turn. Your court, black sentences 67% longer, interrupted 7.2 times versus 1.3. Murmurs swell. Harlan pounds. Childish drivel. Carter. State Award winner, National Project. Folder. Hotel Duel, Interview, Reform Meet. Back Woman Advances. Director Lisa Grant, Ethics Committee. Monitoring on complaints. Setup. Accountability, your data matches ours. Hayes plays footage, Maya escorted. No crime. Grant. Suspension immediate, misconduct bias. Gavel drops. Silence. Harlan's reign ends. Hours pass, courthouse hums. Chief Judge Ramirez hears, dismisses, apologizes. Failure of oath. Whitaker apologizes, offers internship. Ethics reviews Harlan, 60% disparity, 23 cases flagged, motions filed. Media storms. Teen topples bias. Experts. Oversight win. Maya presses. Patterns devastate families. Senators act. Maya speaks. Hotel fires aid, directs inclusion. Harlan defends, transcripts doom him. Allies distanced. Governor probes. Bar investigates. Hotline floods, firm aids appeals. Maya schools, inspires class. Observe act. Audit uncovers emails, conspiracy. Hearing packs, evidence stacks, stats, testimonies. Clerk. Rigged assignments. Whitaker. Golf bias talks. Prosecutor. Pressure unspoken. Harlan rants. Order demands tough calls, stats show sources. Gasps, viral. Panel, removal, referral. Harlan faces Maya, defeated. Months later, reforms, training, data public panels. Hotel scholarship, Maya advises. Research funded, model adopted. Act signed, Maya there. Promise kept. Reviews overturn, settlements heal. Schools teach case. White House calls. Year on, inauguration, Maya speaks. Justice hours. Hall renovated. Harlan gone. Marcus networks. Maya to law. Truth commits. If this epic of courage against corruption moved you, like, subscribe to HeroHush Stories, comment your thoughts on justice, share widely, notifications on for more heroes.